Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler review series of videos I do for a little while. I go over their trial food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I'm so looking forward to this. It needs to be delicious. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I yammer on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I am inside my truck. And whilst I'm doing all that, folks, click back on. I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today, though? Happens to be my Boom! My Bass from the Mega Man game shirt. That's him, but usually he has a face. Yes, if you're unfamiliar with the character, he's not as popular outside the fandom as, of course, you have Mega Man and, you have Dr. Light, Dr. Wily, Rush and Roll, kind of the core original cast. Although Rush wasn't original, to be fair, he came in later, but, he's been welcome ever since. But yeah, Bass is one of the antagonists. It was a character created by Dr. Wily to be like the dark counterpoint to Mega Man, but in reality, more often than not, he's just kind of an angsty bitch who gets his ass kicked. But I love the character. He showed up for the first time in Mega Man 7 on the Super Nintendo. And let me tell you, folks, as a kid, when I first got that game and he showed up, he's like, "Oh, dude, I'm totally your friend, blah, blah, blah." I was like, "Cool, I have a new friend." And then he wasn't. He was a dickbag in disguise. I love Mega Man, though. If you ever want to talk Mega Man, please feel free to hit me up in the comments. I will yammer for quite a while. But anyway, what am I trying for today, folks? What are we doing here? Why am I really looking forward to it? Well, I'm looking forward to it because this is one of my favorite dishes, and it's from a local spot. Now, I do want to mention, because this is a local spot review, it's going to end up on my Eating Out Illinois playlist. Excuse me. Which is a playlist for just spots that are local to Illinois. Pretty self-explanatory. But what is it? Where is it from? Well, it happens to be, boom, this. But what is this? This is some Pad Ki Mao, otherwise known as Drunken Noodles. We're trying some Thai food. And it happens to be from a place called Nathan's Noodles, which is a really cool local spot, kind of one of my go-to Thai food spots. I love Nathan's Noodles. I love Drunken Noodles. I don't think I've ever had them from Nathan's Noodles, though. I might have long in the past, but yeah. And, and by the way, their Drunken Noodles consists of white rice noodles, stir-fried with bell peppers, tomatoes, carrots, onions, bean sprout, basil leaves, and then it comes with your choice of protein. I got it with barbecue pork because, fuck it, I was feeling fancy. So let's take a look at it. And I love this. I think I reviewed some Drunken Noodles from maybe Charm Thai or some other place, some other local spot. So, and it looks like, it's a lot. It's some hefty stuff. And it looks like this. We'll go, ha 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 ha. Oh, yay. And I love this stuff, man. It's, and funny thing is, like, there's no alcohol involved. And actually, when I was looking it up for this review, turns out that apparently the reason why I got the name is because it's like a favorite food of people who are drunk. I'm not drunk, but I do have good taste. So, let's go ahead. Did I get... Okay. Looks like I got some chicken as well. I don't think I asked for chicken, but it's nice chicken. Lightly grilled. Really nice. But I did get the pork as well. Pork is really good. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. I don't know why I got extra protein, but I'm not mad at it. So, let's take a look. Only thing I would say, obviously got to be careful with that, people with allergies or, food restrictions and stuff. And yeah, those are the extra wide noodles. Let's give this a go. Oh, that pork is really good. Pork is like super tender. Chicken, like I said, really nice too, actually. Come on. Come on. You definitely get some of that basil flavor. And like that's the thing in Thai food, at least in the Thai restaurants that I go to. Oftentimes basil will be an entire flavor category by itself, like basil rice, basil chicken, things like that. I love it. I think it's wonderful. Um, it gives it a very earthy, almost basil almost gives it like a little bit of like a not exactly obviously, but something a similar sort of sensation to like mint. Like it has like kind of a freshness that opens things up. It's a very distinct flavor with the way that it's done. The noodles are really good. Like I like rice noodles. Depending on the dish, they can be absolutely fantastic. But I tend to prefer egg noodles. I think as a general, rule of thumb. But pad ki mao, I love like the extra thickness of the rice noodles. It's just fucking wonderful. Nice freshness from the veg. It's just really tasty, man. Now, I will say this. It's possible this is user error on my end. This pad ki mao, in my experience, is typically spicier. Like, it's not a crazy spicy dish, but like it has some bite to it. The only bite I'm really getting is from the basil. Whereas usually you'd get some oomph from the spice, and then you would also get that oomph from the basil. But that might have just been me because, like I said, well, I didn't say this, but because I did order it online, and I went specifically through their website, it's possible I missed an option while I was going through it. But it is still very tasty. The chicken's really good. Noodles are really good. Pork is really good. Like I said, all it's missing. Oh, that basil flavor is so good. Only thing it's missing is that spice. That is what I'm missing. Because everything else is hitting perfectly the way that I want it to. But again, I'll attribute that to user error. The other possibility too, because I was ordering it online, sometimes when you order stuff online from restaurants, they don't always have the same options that they would if you just called or if you went in. So that's a possibility too. But no, that's really tasty. Like, it's super savory. The basil is definitely, the hero of the whole thing. But I love the pork. It's tender, but it's still got bite to it. That's really fucking good. All right, well, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? And I have to go with absolutely and absolutely. I love pad ki mao. Like I said, I think it's a fantastic dish. It is one of my go-tos when it comes to Thai food. Pad Thai is probably the more famous menu item. At least here in the United States. I don't know about in actual Thailand, but for me, I think pad ki mao kind of wins it. I just love it so much. And I think that Nathan's Noodles, they do a good job of it. Everything was cooked really well. Again, the chicken was a bit of a surprise, and I personally would have liked that spice, to be there. But in terms of what I got, the way it was put together, it's a nice setup of pad ki mao. It's not the best pad ki mao I've ever had, but everything was competently done. Everything was really tasty and flavorful. Like I said, I love that basil. I have nothing to be mad at about that. And it is something, if I were going to go over there and order it again from Nathan's, I would definitely go over there, either call in or maybe, at least double check the online menu or something to see if I could go over there and get that spice added on. Because again, that for me is an integral part. But if I'm recommending it, I'm absolutely recommending it. I would think it's probably best ordered in. at the restaurant itself because, again, you can go over there and clarify, your stuff with the wait staff and everything. Whereas the online stuff can be a little bit dicier sometimes with any restaurant, not just Nathan's Noodles. But it is a really nice dish. I do think it's one of those dishes that needs greater exposure because I think it's really fantastic. And again, I think Nathan's does a really good job with it, Like I said, everything, with the exception of the spice, everything is pretty much where I want it. It's super tasty. It's just one of those dishes that for me, I just want to devour. And that's definitely the case here. So, but anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of the year. Folks, go over there, have yourselves a truly drunken noodle-tastic rest of your life. The kind where there's no booze in it, but you just like it because you're already drunk. I guess. Maybe it's good hangover food. Never had a hangover. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole, trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully, do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, have you ever had pad chemo? Is it a good hangover cure? Like I said, I don't have anything to work off with that. I've been tipsy a couple times, both times. I was not a fan of that whole situation, and have abstained from hopefully ever getting to that point again. But yeah, let me know. And if you have a favorite, hangover food or whatever like that, be interested to hear about it, even if I don't partake that way. Anyway, bye.